See, I was gonna do a breakdown of the Caterall video and Linares. Two fighters I actually like. But I just felt like it was a bad matchup from the beginning. They kind of like two of the same fighters. Um, no disrespect to Eddie Hearn, but sometimes he match makes too well. He'll get two of the same fighters in there, which isn't bad. Sometimes it turns out to be an excellent fight. Sometimes, like the Lee Wood and Josh Warrington fight. Sometimes he does it very excellent. But sometimes it's just too perfect because he put two of the same guys in there, and it's not too much action. But I feel like Linares did his part because he's older, like almost 40. So I wasn't expecting a lot out of him, but I wasn't expecting a lot of Caterall either. Let me tell you why. Caterall's only had about 10 minutes of ring action since the Josh Taylor fight. I think that's been almost 2 years ago, almost. That's a long time to be out the ring, 18 months, man. So for him to be out of the ring that long and to feel like he can jump in the ring with Linares after 10, bro, you only had 10 minutes of ring time since Josh Taylor fight. So to think that you're capable of fighting Linares at this point, that was kind of, I would say, kind of inconsiderate, really. Because, let me just say this. Sometimes when you're coming back off a long layoff, you probably need about two fights in you. Especially when you're at the age of probably 30 or stuff like that. I just felt like Caterall didn't have enough minutes under his belt because recently he's been thinking about other fights and things like that. Then he passed the Josh Taylor fight on his mind still, which I feel like plays a part on his psyche. Well, he's going in there and actually performing, he should have had way more punch output. But long layoffs and the psyche of the Josh Taylor fight, a lot of that stuff plays into a lot, man. You don't want the fight to go 12 rounds. You don't know how the judges are going to see it. A lot of times, stuff like that could be nerve-wracking, man. Even when you see him, like, at the end of the fight, it's kind of like, man, these judges, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like just trust issues. It messes up your psyche when you're fighting. Later in rounds, you could be up, but you could be, in the back of your mind, you could be pressing, like, I don't want to I don't want to happen what happened last time in the Josh Taylor fight. So a lot of that stuff can really mess up how you're thinking, especially in a fight. I knew Linares was gonna come to fight, even if he has losses and things like that. He's one of those fighters. He's solidified in the game. He always puts on a good fight, especially the main event fight. That's why they put him on the card. But Jack Caterall, he has to finish that fight, especially at 40, because Linares isn't a 40 pounder. He's coming up from 30, 35, so he's not really a 40 pounder. So that's something that that fight should have been a lot better than what it was. It was too close for me. I think he should have on the cards it was close, but I feel like he should have stopped him. Honestly, I feel like Jack Caterall has that much skill, but he's been out of the ring way too long. Way too long. He's been out of the ring. Would I see him beating any top guys soon? I mean, possibly. This could have been possibly one of those fights where he needed to get some rust off, and he's still working off the rust. Well, I know he's still working off the rust. You done fought that much in 18 months. You're definitely working off the rust. But that's a problem. Like, promoters gonna have to start realizing. I know you needed a event, and you need an arena and a stadium, and you don't want certain guys to just fight on any card and things like that. But some of these boxers need to stay active. I've seen a lot of guys lose fights recently because they're not active like that. On all sides, whether you're with the Zone, uh, whether you're with Golden Boy, Top Rank. Well, Top Rank mostly keeps their guys active. I will say that about Top Rank, they keep their guys active. Guys over there, they stay fighting. Now, the guys who don't choose to fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's Loma's choice that he ain't fighting, so. But they keep their guys active over there. So I just I wanted to see a better fight, man. I just didn't feel like the matchup was good. Uh, Not enough to spend my whole Saturday watching. And as I look back at the highlights and things like that, I mean, it was a good fight for a Saturday. Was it on the level of a Lee Wood or Josh Warrington? Not in my eyes. I didn't feel like the fight would be that good. He needs opponents that I don't know. Linares is just long in the tooth, man. These matchups with guys in their late 30s and some guys in their early 30s. I mean, it's just not a good matchup right now. Not in my eyes with the talent that's at 35 and 40. I don't feel like Linares should have been a option. But at this point though, he has to realize he is up there in age, so he can't really take too many long layoffs. If he does, it's gonna affect him being able to stay in shape and the weight cuts and things like that. It's gonna take a whole. I don't know what his issue was this fight. Could have been weight cuts. Even though he won the fight, he was unanimous. I'm gonna be realistic. Jack Caterall didn't meet my expectation. Well, I didn't expect to though. Like I said, he was rusty. He's been out a long time. I don't feel like he's really gonna fight again this year. It's kind of late in the year, so I don't know. Probably early next year, maybe he can get a fight in at 40. I know they said some things about Haney and other guys. I'm pretty sure Haney probably doesn't want to fight him, but he probably would consider it. I mean, if it was probably an overseas fight where he can do certain things, he possibly could consider it. But I don't know. Right now, I think Devin Haney would beat Caterall at this point, and maybe even Josh Taylor. I don't know. Like I said, Josh Taylor's even noticed like the long layoff really hurt Caterall. And I don't know what Josh Taylor's doing. I mean, he dropped all the belts for undisputed. I'm gonna just be honest. I know it's hard for him to make weight at 140. He does not want to go to 147. He does not want to go to 147. He might as well just do a 140 rematch for Caterall. Might as well. Caterall wants a rematch. He can just give it to him. But I don't see any chance of him doing anything else. I think the Josh Taylor fight will be right where he needs to go, especially with Josh Taylor coming off the loss, and then you have a long layoff time. It would only work for the best. And also with the Alexis Rocha fight, Giovani Santillan, uh, it was a it was basically how I said it was gonna go. Um, Alexis Rocha, he was looking too far ahead, man. He was looking at when I heard the comment about him wanting to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. I'm not gonna lie to you, all my chances of watching that fight had went away. All my chances, because I felt like his mind wasn't there. Like he's thinking about fighting Ryan Garcia right now at 147. He's gonna go down to 140. Does he not believe in his abilities at 147, or does he want to fight a big name? Or I don't know. I was asking myself. I was confused. But now that I see, I guess he knew what was to come, or if he was gonna get out of this fight, he was gonna try to strike while the iron's hot. Because I'm pretty sure he felt like he wasn't as well prepared, or the talent level as far as that 147 just wasn't good enough for him. Just talking about a 140 fight with Ryan Garcia, who's just moved up to 140, is insane. Ryan Garcia hasn't even had a fight at 140 yet, and you got this guy saying, "Oh, I want to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. I'm 147." So yeah, I knew Giovani was a threat. When Giovani was thinking about what this win against Rocha gonna do for me, and Rocha was thinking what this Ryan Garcia fight gonna do for me. So I was like, yeah, he's gonna lose. Definitely gonna lose. You don't never underestimate your opponent. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. You don't never underestimate your opponent. That's why at first I was like, man, Charlo, he being friendly with the media, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's very professional of him. But no, when these guys be friendly with the media, it's a lot of things that can go wrong around that. Sometimes it's good promotion. Sometimes it's scaredy cat syndrome. It's starting to creep in. Because the way I heard Rocha saying the words yesterday, I already knew. I said, okay. Okay, so I see now. He's trying to plan other fights right now. He got a guy in front of him who just wants to rip his head off. He doesn't even know it. And that's exactly what happened. It was a very dangerous fight he was in. That guy he's fighting was an absolute beast. He was not playing. He was coming there to eat. And Rocha, I don't know if he was did any research on his fighter or what, or if he knew he was in a real fight. But man, it did not turn out well. He got stopped. Like even him considering that Ryan Garcia fight now, like why would you even do that? Now you gotta wake up today and know that that Ryan Garcia fight you was talking about is never gonna be an option. Not unless he wants to get a tune-up or something at 47. Because you can't go out there like that, man, and get stopped in the 6th round. Man, look. That's why I say sometimes I don't want to post every fight. I said that yesterday, if y'all seen in my video. I don't want to post every fight. Just to say I'm posting the fight. If I know it's uncompetitive or I have a good sense, which I was right yesterday, they weren't competitive fight. Well, one of them was, but I mean, 147, what we gonna get out of that? You know what I'm saying? At 147, so it's been so held up for so long. Now people trying to rush Terrence Crawford. But it is what it is, though. That's pretty much all I got on it, man. I knew it was gonna be some stalemates, and I wanted to see Rocha basically do something. If I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing, I wasn't gonna watch it. So that's basically why I watched that fight yesterday. But that's all I got, though. Thank you.